Hello and welcome all of you in this educational video once again. I am Dr. Jay Kumar and my YouTube channel is JNS Basic Zoology. So from today onwards we are going to focus on study of Scalodon, its structure and different systems related to this animal. So let me start by the morphology, structure or external characteristics of the Scalodon. So this is our Scalodon. The body of the Scalodon is divisible into three main parts: head, trunk and tail. The remaining parts like dorsal fin, first dorsal fin, second dorsal fin, upper lobe of caudal fin, lower lobe of caudal fin, anal or ventral fin, pelvic fin, pectoral fin, anteriormost part which is called a snout, a pair of eyes, nares, mouth, gill slits, cloacal aperture, dorsal caudal pit, ventral caudal pit, the lateral line which is found towards lateral side of the body. All these parts will be discussed in this video. So first and most important part of the external characters about the Scalodon, that is shape, size and color. So the body of the Scalodon is elongated, fusiform and spindle shaped and also laterally compressed body. It is highly streamlined. The body is highly streamlined, due to which that is the Scalodon, can easily traverse into the water, making faster and easier movement of this fish due to this particular type of streamlined structure of the body. A fully grown individual measures about 60 centimeters in length, and it is already said its body is divisible into three regions: head, trunk and tail. These are the main parts of the body. In that first and anterior side of the body, which is called as the head. Head is dorso-ventrally flattened, and produce in front of the head there is having pointed structure, and that pointed structure is called as rostrum or snout. That is the term. Anteriormost part of the body is called as snout, which is anteriormost part of the head also. This is the snout. Then again into the shape, size and color. Second point is the trunk. Trunk is the second part of the body which is almost oval in transverse section and gradually tapers behind. And third part of the body which is called a tail. Tail forming the posterior half of the body which is called as tail, and this tail is slightly bent upward. Again we can find that body surface of this Scalodon is rough due to backwardly projecting spines of placoid scales. So the body is perforated by placoid scales which are backward directed, due to which the skin of this Scalodon becomes rough. Color of body is dark grey. Dorsal sidely, towards the dorsal side the color of the body is dark grey, and towards the ventral side the color is faint pale or pale white. As already mentioned, the Scalodon also having a name that is called as black shark. The Scalodon also having a common name black shark, and also commonly Scalodon is called as the dogfish. So next about the fins. These fins are the appendages of the dogfish. Fins are the appendages of the dogfish which are flap-like structures, flap-like outgrowths of the body, and which are projected, directed posteriorly, and these fins are internally supported by cartilaginous rods and also having the horny fin rays. The total fins of this dogfish or Scalodon is divided into or having two sets of fins, that is called as unpaired or median fins. This is the first part of the fins which is called as unpaired or median, and second type of fins which is called as paired or lateral type of fins. So about the median fins are the fins which is found at the middle position of the body, which is arises at the middle position of the body. The median fins having two dorsal, one caudal and one ventral fins. So total there are these median fins that is called as median fins, or also called as unpaired fins. That is two dorsal fins, one caudal fin and one ventral fin. In that, first dorsal fin, also called as anterior dorsal fin, is the triangular, larger and present at about the middle of the body, and second dorsal fin, which is called as posterior dorsal fin or second dorsal fin, also triangular but much smaller as compared to the anterior dorsal fin and lying between the first dorsal fin and tail. Next median fin is the caudal fin. This caudal fin encircle the tail, and tail is heterocircle, that is tail is the posterior most part of the body, posterior end of the body is called as a tail. This tail is turned up and fringed with a caudal fin. The tail is covered by the caudal fin, and this caudal fin having two lobes, two unequal lobes, upper lobe and ventral lobe. Upper lobe is reduced and lower lobe is well developed. Upper lobe is reduced as compared to the lower lobe, and lower lobe is well developed. Another median fin which is called as ventral or anal fin. Ventral or anal fin which lies about 5 centimeter in front of the caudal fin. So these are the median fins. These median fins having two dorsal, one caudal, one ventral. These are the median fins of the Scoliodon. Next, when we see the paired fins, lateral fins or paired fins, they are having two pairs of triangular fins are attached ventrolaterally to the trunk region. In that, first type of lateral fin which is called as, or paired fin which is called as pectoral fin. These pectoral fins are larger and found towards the anterior side of the body, and much smaller pair of fins which is lateral fins, also called as paired fins, that is the pelvic fins, which is found towards the posterior side of the body. In the male dogfish, the middle part of each pelvic fin is produced into a dorsally grooved, stiff and rod-like clasper, which is used in copulation at the time of mating. So, in between the pelvic fin, in case of male dogfish, there is having the claspers. Then, next about the eyes. So, towards the anterior side, one on either side of the body, there is having two prominent circular eyes. These eyes are present on each lateral side of the head. These eyes are, in case of eyes, eyelids are poorly developed. Eyelids are poorly developed and immovable. However, movable nictitating membrane is situated anteroventrally can be spread over the eye at the time of danger. In time of danger, there is a movable nictitating membrane which can be covers the eyes at the time of danger. Pupil, when we see about the pupil is narrow in form of vertical slit. Next, in the external characters, mouth. In the body aperture, first most important aperture, that is the mouth. It is a transverse, somewhat crescentic opening. It is a transverse and somewhat crescentic opening which is called as a mouth, lying towards the ventral side of the head. Ventrally, the mouth is attached on the head region, and it is bounded by upper and lower jaws. The mouth is perforated. Mouth is bounded by upper and lower jaws. There is having one or two rows of sharply pointed and backwardly directed teeth. In the mouth, when we see internally, there is having 1 to 2 rows of sharply pointed and backwardly directed teeth adapted for holding and tearing of the food, but not for the chewing. That is, the teeth are not useful for the chewing. With the help of the teeth, the animal can hold their prey. Next body apertures, that is the nares or nares. There is having two crescentic apertures. that is called as nares, or nostrils, that is having a pair of nostrils towards the anterior side near the head, are present ventrally and anterior to the mouth, one on either side. They are exclusively olfactory in function. These nostrils or nares are olfactory in function and have no respiratory function. So remember this nares is olfactory in function, not in respiratory function, but there is the respiration of this animal takes place with the help of gills. They are having 5 pairs of gills in case of Scalodon. These gills are found behind the eyes on either side and anterior to each pectoral fin are present. There are 5 pairs of gills on each side. These are vertically elongated external gill slits which can easily seen on the body, and they lead internally into the pharyngeal cavity via gill pouches, and these gills are respiratory in function. So respiration of the Scalodon takes place with the help of these gills. Another some apertures are also found on the body of the Scalodon, that is one of that is cloacal apertures. At the root of tail between two pelvic fins is an elongated medial groove or cloacal aperture is present. It leads into a small chamber that is called as the cloaca. The cloaca, which is a common exit for digestive and urinogenital system. An anus, which is opens into the cloaca anteriorly. This anus is which is the exit of the digestive system, opens into the cloaca anterior side, towards anterior side of the cloaca, while a cone-shaped papilla bearing urinary pore in case of female but urinogenital pore in case of male lies immediately posterior to the anus. These apertures of excretory system or excretory apertures of male and female lies are found immediately posterior side of the anus in the cloaca. There are some small pores on the body towards the abdominal side, that is called as abdominal pores. Just within on either lateral edge of the cloaca, an elevated papilla opens an abdominal pore through which the abdominal body cavity opens to the exterior. Then another one aperture which is called as caudal pits at the base of the caudal fin. At the base of the caudal fin there is having the tail bears 2 shallow depressions. The depressions are called as one on dorsal side and one on ventral side, and the depression is called as pits, which is found nearer to the caudal fin, so called as caudal pits, one on dorsal side and one on ventral side, known as caudal pits, which are characteristics of genus Scalodon, and this is one of the characteristics which is found in case of Scalodon. Then there is a lateral line. It is very clear, it is very simple. That is lateral line pores. Lateral line and its pores. Lateral line is a faint line which is found towards lateral side of the body of the fish, and in case of Scalodon this lateral line is also found. This is a faint lateral line, runs along either lateral side of the trunk and tail and some part of the head region also. It marks the position of underlying sensory lateral line canal system. This lateral line, which is a small pore line, which is then again open into and forming a system, and that system is called as sensory lateral line canal system, which is made by small minute pores. Then ampullary pores on the head and snout region open several groups of minute small ampullary pores of the receptors called ampullae of Lorenzini, and when we press these pores, small ampullary pores, some type of mucus is exuded or mucus comes out of from these pores. So thank you for watching this video.